This is your weekend market review for Saturday, September 6, 2025. Let's go! Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent and co-founder of Scorpion Alchemy, here with your weekend market review for Saturday, September 6th, 2025. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Grab a coffee, get comfortable. Let's get into it. First, I want to thank everybody in the Discord room who's always posting their charts, weekly charts, intraday plays, options, whatever's going on. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It means a lot because, again, I like to post stuff too, but you know, sharing is caring, and more eyes on the market together helps everybody out. So again, shout out to you guys. All right, so going into next week, it's kind of a placeholder week before the next Fed meeting, and you have inflation data. We know the economy is falling off a cliff fast. And I say that not because of just to say it, but I truly do believe that. Again, I mean, I even saw evidence this week when I was up in the mountains of Colorado, and typically these malls and these tourist areas. Again, I know Labor Day just passed, but there usually is always a few people in. It was a complete ghost town. And I've noticed that about certain parts of Denver and other certain places where I've been recently. The economic spending's down tremendously. So really Vegas is falling off a cliff. We know Florida's slowing. We know all the places that were holding up have fallen off. So again, not to say that the market can't go higher. It's just we know things are slowing, hence why Trump has really been pushing for the Feds to start cutting. And so you have the CPI data, PPI data. It's been sticky high, so the Feds have been in a pickle. Jobs numbers on Friday were absolutely garbage. I mean, we had the first negative print cumulatively since June 2020, COVID time. So we're in a weird spot where it could chop around. But again, leaders are leading, laggards are lagging, and there's a lot of chop in the action. So we'll get into it. And again, appreciate everybody. Check out the Discord room, links are below. If you like the chat, you can click on the Calendly link. Also, if you need help with the mindset of the stuff, I'm telling you, trading is not rocket science. It's not hard. It's just people have so many shadow patterns and behaviors playing out. Like, again, interference, intolerance, chaos in their lives, like all these little things that play into how they judge and interpret the market. It's just so painful sometimes to see people like holding on to positions where, again, they have minimal facts or knowledge about what is going on because, again, even I don't. Right, we're just getting basic information that we can pick up from the market and judging it as fact or belief. And it's like, man, trust your stops, trust your risk management, trust that the trend is your friend. It's so fudging simple, but we make it harder. Again, if you get a chance, go check out some of the links in the recommended reading on the website or scorpionalchemy.com. There's tons of stuff on the blog. Again, check out the website. We've got all sorts of fun stuff. Again, the goal is to turn profits into properties and passive income. It's not to ultimately trade forever and try to get rich always from the markets. Again, it's what the money you make when you're not working that is key. Is your money working for you? And that's what we educate people on. So again, also follow, like, subscribe. Posting thoughts on Twitter, YouTube. Again, educational videos are on the website as well, 52 of them. Again, if you don't know something about the market, it's probably worth checking out these videos. And also, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. So we know the fear and greed index is back to neutral. We talked about this. I'm not really too concerned when it's in between, like what's next. The biggest thing that I'm always paying attention to is when you hit the extremes. Right now, we are dead smack right in the middle. Right in the middle. So at this point, keep an eye. It could go either way. Fed watch, right? There's talk now of a 50 basis point cut coming up in 2 weeks. We shall see. Again, one is baked in. So again, if anyone's trying to like get crazy on you and tell you something, that again, get the Fed fund futures. And go to watch, and again, you can go in the CME group and Fed watch, and it'll tell you what the probability is. It's basically the Vegas making lines for what's going to happen. And again, the Feds don't surprise. The Feds are not in the game of surprising the market. They don't. All right, Bitcoin. Man, I hate to be a dick. And again, maybe it's waiting for the Fed cuts. But we said when you break out and you don't have volume, you got to be careful, right? When you broke out, you had volume. You broke out, you had volume. This time, you had no volume. So, of course, what it did, it came back and tested. So if you bought the breakout, you got stopped out, and you can watch now. Again, people are like, well, Bitcoin. I'm like, dude, they're all assets. Again, ultimately, it's supply and demand. For something to go higher, it has to be, someone has to be willing to pay more for it. It's that simple. Again, I don't give a shit what your thesis is. That's the problem here, is the mind likes to attach meaning to something that it might not be correct. All these Bitcoin bulls are going, oh, and like, dude, you're down 25% off the highs. No, sorry, not 20, but 15% off the highs. Now what? I don't know. Just watch the levels. I would be watching this 111, 112. You need to get over it. Bottom line. Oil. Again, we talked about we like oil. Why is this? No. It's stuck in the 60s. For some reason, it's not showing me the my favorite. There we go. I like oil, but again, if oil starts pulling back, this is where I close on my oil and gas, and I'm like, that bar on Wednesday, fugly. So that means we're coming back down. You're back down to the range lows. We'll see what happens. Natural gas, again, like natty gas. Again, I would, on pullbacks, even better. Keep it simple, stupid. Trading isn't hard, I'm telling you guys. Dollar, people are all, oh, gold this, gold that. It doesn't fucking matter what the dollar's doing right now. Demand over, this is what's crazy, is like somebody, again, on Discord, I don't mean to pick on anyone, but it's like, it doesn't matter what the dollar's been doing, in my opinion, right? Demand is demand. It's not just dollar. Keep an eye on it. Again, I don't know what gold and silver, well, again, they're in uptrends, but I'm not going to sit here and go, they can't pull back, but it's like, is it really tied to the dollar? Completely, no, it's not. Demand. TLT, again, we talked about bonds, right? Here you go. Jobs numbers slowing. Economy slowing. All right, now you get the pump. I mean, I always said that, like, I didn't think the downside risk to buying this was that bad, right? If you bought at 85, it stopped. All right, now we're back at the trend line. Let's see what happens here. Do we really go anywhere before the Fed meeting? That's the question you have to ask yourself. VIX looks like it's trying to bottom out, but here's the thing, right? Could it chop around? I mean, this is where you have to put in your mind probability-based game. It's like, again, I do think the risk was down to the downside of the market. You got some pullback. Now, great. Now what? We'll see. Again, CPI, PPI data, earnings are basically over. Again, keep an eye on it. VIX seems to be chopping around. Got nothing really popping off on me. SPY, keep an eye, right? SPY, new highs, holding the 20-day. Again, this is where it's, again, who's leading, who's lagging? Leading. Lagging. That's what I'm like putting in my list. Like who's leading, who's lagging? SPY, leading. Qs had been lagging, right? Popping back up. But again, another sell bar, right? Just keep an eye on that, right? If you want to short the indexes, I mean, it makes sense with tight stops. Keep an eye on it. IWM has been leading up. We talked about, like, if I'm going to pick a sector for the next 3 to 5 years, like if you had to pick SPY, QQQ, Dow, I'm going IWM all damn day. So again, it's been holding up a lot better. Keep an eye on it. You know what you need to do. DIA, again, just it seems to be chopping around. Again, a lot of these names holding up at the highs. Keep an eye on it. All right, let's get into it. Gold. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to take profits on gold. Cool. No problem. I'm just mind-boggled. Again, people just weren't. This thing has been trading in a consolidating range for 5 months, and it breaks out, and now you want to sell gold. Okay. Again, I mean, it's like if Bitcoin consolidated and broke out with volume, you want to sell it now? Okie dokie. All right. Well, I don't know what to tell people because, again, gold looks good. Like, there's nothing here saying, oh, that's scary. No, you had a consolidation pattern. You broke out. Now, will it go up every damn day? No. And someone, if it pulls back, great. Did the breakout? That's always possible, right? But here's one of those things, like, what's leading? Silver, right? Someone's talking about buying sugar. I'm like, sugar looks like shit. Why would I buy something at the lows? Silver, again, holding up pretty well. Continues to track higher. GDX, we talked about the miners, right? I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with them. Have they gotten a little straight line movish? Yeah. Again, I mean, I don't mind the idea. Someone's like, when you need to take profits. I get it. That wouldn't be a big deal. It makes sense. But I wouldn't hear go like, well, I'm going to go sell all of it and dump it all and go buy trash. I ask not to do that. Now, again, I wouldn't be surprised if consolidated going into the Fed meeting. AEM, talked about this one when it was at 118. This thing's been cranking. Keep an eye on it. Right? These are holding up really well. AG, this one hasn't been leading up, chopping around. Keep an eye on it. Right? Not really too much to say on some of these names. Again, they look. What's the best way to describe it? If you've owned them, great. If you're looking to purchase, I'd wait for pullbacks. If you want to take profits, go right ahead. Pass. Keep an eye on it, right? Dropping, holding up pretty well. Again, I like this stuff long term. I've said this many a times. Tech, this is where I think the best idea for shorting comes from. Tech, Taiwan Semi. I put this on my list. Man, keep an eye on this one because, again, I think these things have had monster multi-year runs. And we know what? The earnings have been pretty much okay, some good, some and bad, but more bad than others. And the way that I mean bad is meaning, like, again, their growth cannot continue. So again, if you think of it like negative growth rate, I hope that makes sense. Micron, keep an eye on this one. This one got right back up the high. I had this one on my list to watch. Again, I didn't pull the trigger on necessarily any of those, but here, look at like AMD, right? Some of the chip names. Kapow, right? I expect this to go low. NVIDIA, again, I've said this one is by far the easiest, in my opinion, to short because everybody's all in. $5 trillion, whatever valuation it got to. That, I mean, it's fucking crazy. At one point, I mean, the valuation of this company is more than Japan. More than any country in Europe. Bigger than Germany's market cap. Are you kidding? Okie dokie. All right, right? SMCI, this one flopped on earnings. It's been kind of holding here at the 200-day. Intel, again, it's a buyout target only if the federal government's feeding the money. I don't think they have any products worth of shit, so it'd be a charity thing. AVGO had earnings on Friday, Thursday afternoon, popped. This is the thing, right? Like, if you're looking at this, you go, that's not the bar you want to see. After a big up move and gap up, that is just not the bar you want to see if you're a bull. Because basically everybody and their mom sold everything they could when they could above average volume. Not good, folks. SMH, again, I think this is the easy short here. The 20-day. Again, SMH, I like it. Just stops. I mean, don't assume you can't be wrong. It's that simple. Let's get it. Adobe has earnings coming up this week. This thing has been stuck around, going nowhere. Applesauce. There's been some call activity that's interesting. Again, I've said this is a big consolidation pattern. Are we going to break out? That's the question. I mean, you're pretty close to filling this gap up here. You could go higher. 250 was what I think some of the calls were going for. We'll see what happens up here. Again, not really leading, but just chopping around. Amazon. Keep an eye on it, right? But chopping up at the highs. Old tech that used to be leading, not. Meta, again, we've been short on this one, trading around it. Looks like shit. I mean, there was your top signal. You got the bull trap. Now we've been basing. Watch the 20-day. I mean, keep it real simple. Like 20-day, 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 20-day. Keep an eye on it. CRM, this one dropped on earnings, chopping back. Again, this thing has been old leader, not leading. I don't know what to tell you here other than I guess you could trade the range lows. I got nothing on that one. Google, keep an eye on it, right? This one had the nice gap up, and it continues to build. We'll see. Again, I mean, this is where we talk about leaders leading, laggers lagging, chopping around, and then sometimes just leave them alone. At this point, Google, man, if I had to, again, just trying to build some trend lines on, like, I think we're a little bit overbought. If you want to chase that, good luck. I know they're able to keep Chrome, so we'll see. Microsoft, which has been lagging, right? Like there's like the AVGO trade, right? Like just picture AVGO and then look at Microsoft. Like that's what pulled back. And now, yeah, I don't really have I haven't really been trading this, been just watching it, noticing it lagging. I was going to see where some of the fibs line up. We might be not even at 0.32, so 475 would be probably the first place it really gets a major bounce. NDAQs we talked about. This one topping out. Looks like that's the case. MicroStrategy, again, is everyone's bullish like Bitcoin. I'm like, MicroStrategy's acting like shit. Okay, now you have a little bit of a trading reference right here, right? I'd keep an eye on this area. Bitcoin, or if Bitcoin breaks out, I'd like to start to see MicroStrategy start leading up. Keep an eye on it. Netflix, as we've talked about, right? Netflix and chill. It's been chopping around, hasn't been leading much at all. Worth a watch. Roblox. Everybody got real excited about this one, and here's again the death sign. And you've got a very clear reference right here. If you want to short this thing right there, tight stops. Just again watching that one because I think that one has a potential to. I don't know if it'll get burned, but definitely due for a pullback. Like run the fibs on this. Like look at this. There'd be nothing wrong with doing a 0.382 right back. Yep, 112. Or look at when the fibs, like the 100-day. At some point, this will probably be the 200-day. Yeah, that looks pretty good if you want to take that trade for a short. CrowdStrike. We talked about a lot of these names getting throttled. Look at there. Look at the 200-day, worth a watch. Like, I like cybersecurity names a lot. PanW's been holding up pretty well. Tesla, again, everyone getting really excited about it. It just looks like a big choppy, sloppy chart to me. Right? Like, how excited do you want to be? Okay, cool. The trade was buying these dips and then trading around it. Now you probably need, I mean, we could be in a big chop cycle. I'd be watching what happens when you get back up to the recent range highs around over 365, 370. Worth a watch. All right, let's get into some of the other names. Palantir, which had been leading forever, right? Old leaders not leading. Blow off topish, right? Insight. We talked about buying this in the 50s. Congrats. HIMS, again, a lot of people get excited about this stock. I'm telling you, it's just a fucking trading vehicle. People are like betting on this thing like it's the future of medicine. I'm like, are you? No, I don't think it is. Not even close. Keep an eye on it. BABA, again, going to compete and take NVIDIA out. Meaning like in China, trying to compete, looks pretty good. Holding up. We talked about buying this one around the 100 area. Congrats. McDonald's, chopping around. Big consolidation pattern worth a watch just to see if it can get over like that 325. Starbucks, as we talked about, even though they took Chipotle CEO, it had to earn it. I mean, again, look at some of these names. They look like shit. Airbnb, right? A lot of these stocks, some of these. Coinbase, here's the one that should be, oh God, it's doing so hot, so well. Blow off top, chopping around. I mean, if you want to use the 100-day as a reference to go long, makes sense. DKNG said, watch what happens rallying into the football season. I think this one is a great short right there. Tight stops. Costco, again, has been having... Costco's doing well. But here's the thing, right? And this is why you have to worry about stocks that after they make big runs. They can continue to do well. But is it priced in? This one's worth watching. FedEx, again, you want to watch some of these shippers. They've been not really looking so hot. Going sideways for a hot minute. Right? Just watch your levels. XLF, right? We've been saying, like, if you want to see the financials start getting, like, sloppy, look at the XLF on Friday. I mean, you hit the top of the range in kapow. That's based on the jobs numbers. We'll see, right? 20-day. SoFi, again, one we like. Just worth a watch. Chopping around. Hood got added the S&P 500, which we always knew was coming. And after hours got up to like 110, 111. Keep an eye on it. Again, I like these names long-term, but I would not be surprised if they pull back. Like JP Morgan got slammed, right? Outside reversal bar, made a new high, closed like way below the last multi-day range. Again, some of these financials starting to crack here a little bit, potentially. We'll see. Again, if they get follow-through down. Bank of America, right? Keep an eye on these names. Goldman Sachs, they've been doing really well. Now they have some big red bars. Carry, you know, we talked about this one needing to hold up. Worth the watch. Like a lot, again, financials, that Friday action based on the jobs report, keep an eye on it, right? XBI, we've talked about this one, right? We said if you bought this one in the 60s, you're feeling pretty good. It continues to build up. Again, I'm not a big fan of chasing, so worth a watch. United Health, I know everybody and their mom is excited about this, but I think they've got issues to come. And even if it is priced in, I don't know what the upside's going to be. I mean, it's going to take a lot to get over 340, so trade it as a trading range. Housing started getting bounces last couple weeks as rates went lower. I'd keep an eye on Friday's action. As much as people like housing, housing sucks. Now, again, if you want to buy and then refinance later, that makes sense. But I keep telling people, like, if the rate move just started, I think you can be a little patient. Going into the fall, I don't think people are going to be going out there rushing to buy homes. Just my opinion, right? Jets, again, if you're looking to real estate, again, you get 2 agents for the price of one. Love to refer you out. My great referral network, just put someone in touch with an agent in Southeast Idaho buying a 7-figure property. Found them the deal, and I mean, they're freaking stoked. 10 acres, house with an outbuilding, garage with, the garage has 2 beds, 1 bath. I mean, it's there's deals to be had. Love to help you find something. Let me know how I can help you. Keep an eye on, though. Again, Jets coming back to the high. We'll see if there's hold up. Let's get into commodities, because, again, this is where I think it gets fun. Again, I've always said this. If you've been paying attention, gold leads commodity super cycles. Is gold leading up? No fucking doubt. XLB, watching this one. Dow. I know some people are looking at this and say, just wait for it. You got your 20-day, right? You got your 20-day. You got your 20-day. Okay, now can it pop? Right, CE, we talked about this one getting slammed down. Looks good, 20-day. And this is the thing, right? 20-day, cha-ching, right? Keep an eye on it. Caterpillar, these names have been holding up pretty well, chopping around after nice moves. See what happens. Deer, nothing runs like a deer. I don't know. This one's been up for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets stuck. Nucor, Buffett's buying steel. We like it, right? Chopping around. Again, pullbacks. I like these names. IIN, another one we talked about at the 34 area. If it gets back there, watching. Vale starting to like pick up, right? Making higher highs, higher lows. I mean, they look good. Look good. Arrow. I mean, a lot of these names that had tariff kind of problems. Again, the copper names, they dropped down, coming right back. FQVLF, right? Holding up pretty well, broke the downtrend. SCCO, again, we talked about all these copper names when they got dropped down at the end of July, early August. You can see the bars. And we talked about buying opportunities. Congrats. Freeport McMoran. Again, if you bought this at 38, looking pretty damn good. Congrats. URNJ, again, we've said we like Nuke. Continues to hold up really, really well. Oklo is an interesting one. Again, I like what they do. It's just been a monster tear, man. I think I would let it play out. Like I said, I have an alarm here at the old all-time highs. Show me something around 58, and I will, yeah, I'll snag that with a stop. Pretty obvious. CCJ, again, we like CCJ on pullbacks. Seems to be, again, I wouldn't be surprised if these names consolidated. Also, too, if the full pullback, if the market gets some, again, if it feels kind of like 2001, 2002, where tech got blasted, and here's the thing, it wasn't that tech went out of business. No, the names that were just overpriced and had no value, yeah. But for the most part, I'd be watching what happens. When money rotates, it doesn't get destroyed, right? CF is another one we like. I'd be watching that 82 area. Mosaic, we talked about this one pulling back on earnings, worth a watch, right? NTR, keep an eye on these names, right? They've had nice runs. SQM, we talked about this one again, buying the dips on this one, right? Keep an eye on this again. Any major dips, keep an eye on. If you have a question, come to the Discord room, ask questions, get involved. AA, another one, like we like aluminum just grinding its way up slowly. Kalu is another one, right? This one pulled back hard, worth a watch, right? I'm really liking the Kalu AA setup for aluminum. We'll see how it plays out, right? MP, again, rare earth metals. We talked about MP specifically, like being careful picking specific names. This one went nuts. Like I'd be watching that 50-day, right? We talked about this, like it just needs to consolidate. And there you go. You hit the 1.618 fib. So now we know that the move is essentially over here, near, like, not for the long term, but just that big freaking wild up move. So you do this, right? You just kind of see where it plays out. And again, when the fibs line up, you gotta love it, right? Like I love. Again, if you were watching MP, I'd set the alarm at 58 and change, see what happens there. Because again, if you can get that 58, that's a pretty solid pullback off the highs, right? And tight stops like REMX, like we've liked the actual ETFs. They look way better, right? TMC, I know some folks are trading this thing. Keep an eye on it. Watch that 100-day. Cliff, I know some people bought the dip at 10. Nice, very nice, very nice. Looking pretty good. Keep an eye on it. Solars we talked about. Like I'm not a big fan of some of them, but we talked about this, right? Like if oil's gonna hold up, Trump might cut subsidy, but people overall, like the stuff has gotten hammered. We talked about is due to bounce, like even crappy ass ENPH, but we like Sedge, right? ENPH is even getting some bounces here, right? First Solar is my favorite, the sector. I trust them the most. Building off the base. Again, HYG, it's tough to expect the market completely to dump down until HYG starts selling, but look, it's been getting pretty sloppy over here, right? Keep an eye on it, right? Let's end it with oil and gas names. Your favorite. Oil came back again. UNG, I hate this product, right? But we said expected to bounce. I think the trade was shorting KOLD in the 40s. We talked about that, right? XOP, this is where it's tough, right? And this is where I don't know sometimes what to do. Not perfect, but I do know that when oil started pulling back, we broke the downtrend. I said this, like, don't be surprised if they backtest the 200-day and the breakout. And booyah, you got it. Now what? I mean, it's worth a watch, right? We talk about how the gasoline names lead, MPC, Valero, right? They're kind of chopping at the highs, right? Like, I'm watching for those. Like, can they break out? Can we break out? I'm taking notes, right? ExxonMobil, right? The signal looked like it was going to go to the moon. Uh-oh, pulls back. This is why you roll up your stops. BP, I think they will get bought out, so I'd like them on pullbacks. Occidental, like I bought this one at 44 and sold some here up in like the 46, 47 range. Worth a watch on it because I don't think Uncle Warren's going to lose, right? So if you see 44 plus, holler at your boy Devin, right? Keep an eye on these. Like, okay, watch Devin, right? I would say Devin, you can see it like that 33 plus area, right? Like just, it's not rocket science. Let them come to you. If they don't, they don't. Apache, another one we talked about, been on fire. Keep an eye on it. Lyondell base, this one got slapped around, right? Watching the 20 days. CVE, again, we like these names, but okay, if oil pulls back, let them pull back. LNG, this one had a nice pop, been chopping around. I mean, I don't know, 200 day, right? I'm going to put that one. If you see 228, I'd be watching that one, right? But again, if the market gets slapped, this is where you have to be very careful that they can throw the baby out the bathwater near term. Meaning, like, if it drops, these things could go to way lower prices than you think. So that's why you're having your stops and also having no fear to get back in. EQT, again, I like it holding at the 200 day. I just kind of gave up. I'm like, I don't trust this, but I'll be watching it. And again, maybe all I had to do is push me out to go higher, right? That sometimes happens. It feels like, right? You've ever been in that? I mean, everybody knows that feeling like, oh, I got into a trade and it didn't look like it was working, and then it went after I got out. Like, that happens, even to me. I mean, it's just normal, right? But I'd be watching it. And last but not least, like Flex LNG, because I think we will be natural gas exporters. So, again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Always here to help. Stick around for a second as I rant here. Also, again, if you've been having issues in your life related to trading or related to really anything, and you're trying to gain more consciousness and awareness to why you do the things the way you do, you've never really heard of shadow work and deeper integration of patterns and understanding of yourself, do not hesitate to reach out. Again, that's what we do with Scorpion Alchemy as the co-founder. I love to help people. Again, if you'd like to donate to the channel because of the work we're doing, I appreciate it. Again, this is for All Age for Education. Hey, it's all information. You do what you want with it. I appreciate like, subscribe, share. Again, if you want to give back and you don't want to donate to the channel, that would be the greatest gift is, hey, you should check out this channel, share it, text somebody, drop out your social media. I really appreciate it. On that note, have a wonderful weekend. We will connect soon. Be good. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, your PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.